So I've got Rosie here, and Rosie's in, she had a foundation of basic obedience on her, but there were some holes in it. So she's in for some basic obedience. Her owner also would like for her to become a service dog. So I'm not doing a ton of really advanced stuff with her yet. There are steps she needs to build to that. But we are working on some behaviors such as impulse control. She had none. I mean, I kid you not, none. So I'm just going to go through and, oh, it's hot today. I'm just going to go through and do some basic stuff with her. I'm not going to work on any one thing in particular. One of the things she was not very good at was pivoting when you turn. So her owner being wheelchair bound, she was pretty good, but she just didn't have that. She doesn't have a proper heel. She doesn't have a proper heel yet. She won't until she gets some more advanced training. But she has better body awareness. That's what I'm looking to say. So we worked a lot with a ground ladder, putting her front paws up on a raised bowl, getting her to move her hind end around, stuff like that. So hopefully you'll see that when I work her on the wall a little bit, how she more comfortably maneuvers her body. So I like to start a training session just walking around the room. Let's go. So I'm not bothering with the word heel yet. Like I said, that's a more advanced behavior. So I'll turn right here. Yes. And I do want to point out that I know of, this dog has never been on a prong collar or an e-collar, shock collar. So I really want to make a point to say, if you're doing things right with a dog from the beginning, they should never need those tools and can do just great without. Look how she moves that hind end around really nicely. Good girl. And see how loosely I'm holding the leash. I did do a lot of wall work with her, so if she regresses on her leash walking, which actually I think she does really well by herself. It's when she's being walked with the other dog that she tends to get in front of you. So I'm just going to pretend she's going to do it here. If she was to start to get ahead of me right here, I'm just going to step in front of her and turn. Okay? I didn't have to say anything. All I'm trying to do, come here, good girl, good girl. All I'm trying to do is make her more aware of my body movements and let her understand she's responsible for watching where my legs are at. Now, if you think about it and you want to give her a heads up that you're going to turn, then she can learn the word turn or whatever you want the word to be, and that can be really helpful. Or let's say you want her to know left and right. Then you come over here, go Rosie, left. Good girl. Okay, and then she might get used to you saying that word before you turn. It might help a little bit. I don't think she's going to need it. She's pretty good. Good girl. Over here. This. Yes, good girl. This is what I was talking about, her rolling her hip. I was talking to her owner about this. Rosie, over here. Sit. So I just want to make a point to say that a lot of young dogs have a tendency to do this. Stay. I think it has more to do with them building up muscle. So, but you have to be careful because it can be an indication of issues with the hips. Rosie has not had her OFA certifications for her hips. So I am not going to get on her case for her sitting like that. Now, if she was in service dog training, she had already had her certs and all that, I would be pushing her to sit in a proper position on her hind, okay? Personally, as a service dog trainer, as long as I know the dog doesn't have any injuries, it's just not a big deal to me. So, again, it's just more important to make sure the dog is okay before you start manipulating its body and doing things that might cause injury or cause the dog discomfort. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Now, She did have a foundation of basic obedience training. I don't know what extent that training was. I do know that she didn't know a proper heel. I'm not teaching her a proper heel yet. That's going to be more advanced. I have been introducing her to the word. So when I say heel, it just means, hey, I'm going to want you over here by my side. Okay, and as she comes around next time, we're going to start teaching her the heel position. Rosie, come here. Heel. Yes, we have been practicing it just a little bit. But again, that's more advanced. I'm trying to do more stuff with her that I do know she's going to need as a service dog. Good girl, over here. Nice. Sit. Good. Stay. Her stay was not very solid when she came to me, so we have been working on that like crazy. I like to do a lot of really stupid stuff, make a lot of noise, just do things that maybe get the dog a little excited and think they should maybe go check it out and make sure they're going to stay. Wave my arms real stupidly, maybe make it look like I'm going to call her to come, but I'm not. Yes. Rosie, come. Good girl, very good girl, yes. So she's doing a whole lot better with that. Okay, and now let's start talking about impulse control. So important for a service dog to have impulse control. So let's say you're in a Walmart, you're going down in an aisle, and some kid rolls a ball down that aisle. You need to make darn sure your dog is not going after that ball, and a lot of dogs will. And a lot of people just don't realize, they play with their dog with toys. They don't understand the dog should wait and be released to go get that toy. It's just really important. So she didn't have any of that when she came to me, and so she's learning it, and she's doing exceptionally well with it. I'm really proud of her. Good job. Before I start with the toys, I want to make sure they have a really good solid leave it. I want to make sure they have a good stay. You already saw that. I want to make sure they have a good leave it. So 2 things you're going to need for sure when you work on that impulse control. So I'd like to show you how solid her leave it is. I also want to show you what you need to do if she regresses on leave it and how to go back and train it. So let me just give you a quick little deal on how I train leave it from the get-go. I take a lower value food, which is her kibble, and a higher value food, which is some boiled chicken, okay? Good girl, sit, yes. And I'm gonna present one to her, the kibble, and I'm gonna tell her to leave it. Leave it. Now you see, good, yes. She made an obvious choice there to turn her nose away because she already knows this, okay? But it can be pretty easy for them to fall back into it. So, just go back to lower value, higher value, leave it. Yes, see how she turned her head a little bit there. Then she gets the reward with the higher value. Good girl. Now, again, this is hopefully going to be a service dog. So we have to take leave it to a whole nother level, okay? Stay. Leave it. Good girl, Rosie, come. Yes, good job. So let's say you're walking the dog through a restaurant, there's food on the floor, or the server just happens to drop a hamburger right in front of her. She's got to have a super solid leave it. So I should be able to walk her by the food, tell her to leave it. She's not even going to pay any attention to it. Good job. Over here. Leave it. Yeah, so they do this sometimes in the beginning. They want to avoid it just a little bit. Good girl. Over here. Sit. Down. Stay. Leave it. So it shouldn't matter where that food is. I should be able to put it on her paws. Once I've told her to leave it, we're just going to leave it. Sorry for my butt in your face. Leave it. Leave it. Good girl. Now, when I train leave it, for service dogs especially, I don't ever let them have whatever it was that I asked them to leave. So what I generally do is I take this kibble and leave it. And I put it back in a special pocket in my training pouch. And I'm not going to work with that kibble again. These dogs, their sense of smell is so insanely good. She's going to know the difference between those few pieces of kibble and maybe a few more that I might bring out of my pouch and say, good girl, here you go. Good girl. Yes, good girl. So it's not that she's not allowed to eat kibble. She can certainly eat kibble. I don't want her eating anything off the floor if she's going to be a service dog. Leave it. Good, leave it, yes. So this is, I think, just one of the most important things. Leave it. So a little piece of chicken dropped. But she's learning she's not supposed to eat anything off the floor. That's good. Leave it. So again, these pieces go into my little special pocket. All right, good. Now, after the training session is over, might I throw these in her food bowl for dinner? Sure, but they're not gonna, she's not gonna be offered them as a reward while we're training. Good girl. All right, so I wanna really show you how good her impulse control and her leave it is. Good girl. And I'm gonna take a couple pieces of this chicken and I'm gonna put them right here. Good girl. And I'm just going to play with her a little bit. She's a good girl. Over here. Good girl, please. Yes, good job. Let her have a little lick. Good girl. Over here. Good girl, please. Sit. That's what I'm asking. Sit. Good girl, yes. Good girl. Over here. Now this time, I'm going to tell her to leave it first. Good girl, Rosie, over here. Leave it. Please. I told her to leave it, so she wants to avoid the platform, but I'd still like to get her up on it. Rosie, come, please. I'll help her. Yes. Good girl. So I'm luring her with a piece of chicken, but it's not the chicken I told her to leave. You're a good girl. Good girl, come. Up, sit. Yes, good girl. Good girl. So she was a little bit shy with this platform this time because I told her to leave it. Sometimes she is, sometimes she's not. She'll get over it. Leave it. So I should be able to walk away, turn my back, do whatever I'm going to do, and I know she's not going to eat that chicken. What a good girl you are. Rosie, come. That's a good girl. Over here. Please. Sit. Stay. So, boy, let me tell you, she really struggled with this. She hadn't learned that if somebody throws a toy, she's just not supposed to go get it. So, we're really working on that. I'm looking for, oh, I know I'm kind of out of sight, sorry. Looking for all the things she likes. This is one of her favorites right here, and it's squeeze. Leave it. Stay. So it shouldn't matter, stay. Shouldn't matter what I do. She's going to stay right there. So again, if you were in a store, and when you're in a store with a service dog, if you've got a good service dog, you don't always have your hand on that leash. You need to just be able to trust that dog isn't going to go after something no matter what a little kid or anybody else does. Good girl. Leave it. I like to do things like this. Leave it. Make sure the dog isn't afraid of anything. She's a really confident dog. She's a good dog. But again, things that some kid, especially teenagers these days, are going to taunt your dog with. Good, stay. And yeah, I'll give her a reminder, stay once in a while. All right, I think I showed very well how well she's doing, and so it's time to let her play a little bit. Good girl. So just so you know, she does definitely know the difference. Then she's going to be allowed to get the toy. Sit. Wait, leave it. Not yet. Place. Rosie, leave it. Place. Yes. Sit. Good girl. So she knows when we're done with the training session, we have playtime. So I don't really think that was bad behavior. I did go a little bit overboard on the corrections because I wanted you to see that you can pull her back from it. Now I'm going to let her know it's playtime and she can go after it. Good girl, you want to play, 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 play. Okay, let's go, go get it. Good girl, yes. All right. So if you've seen any of my other videos, you guys know once the training session is over, once it's playtime for the dog, love me up time, whatever rewards you want to give your dog for that training session, make sure you're not giving them any commands after that. It can be really easy at this point. It's her playtime. It can be really easy to start asking her to bring it to you and give it to you and all that stuff. I don't do that in my play sessions. If she wants to bring it and offer to me, that's fantastic. I'll throw it for her again, but I'm not going to ask for it. I just don't think that's fair. Good girl. Yeah, let me throw it. Oh, you want to tug? Nice, good girl. Go get it. Good girl. So just be careful. Make sure they understand it's playtime, not work time. All right. Thanks a lot for watching. Have a good one.